It's starting again. It's amazing. Everything's changing. Everything.
To już widzieliśmy, prawda?
Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved.
Tak,
I don't
wiemy.
understand. I
Wiemy.
don't understand anything.
Mamy problem, ponieważ tak. Mamy whisky, która jest nam potrzebna do wykonania zadania z jedzeniem. Tylko czegoś nam brakuje. Kurczę, ja nie wiem. Musimy przeszukać wszystko jeszcze raz, nie? Po prostu coś musi jeszcze być. Może ja czegoś nie podniosłam.
These guys have improvised. There's no doubt that
Złom śmieci. Też nie mogę tego podnieść. Nie wiem, cokolwiek.
an enormous rusty tank does everything indicates that the Great Wave, at least on this.
Dobra, ja tu nic nie widzę.
I have no intention of putting my hand back in there. There's nothing else in that shopping cart that interests me. It's good old Rod, the person who's been taking care of me all this time. He's waiting for me to find the medicine for his son's disease. He promised to restore my identity if I do. It gives me the chills to think that he's putting Colin's life in my hands. Colin's mother. I can't imagine her anguish watching her son's life slipping away without being able to do anything. It's Colin, but dissolved. It's shocking to see one up close. I'm ashamed to admit that I'm afraid of catching it, but I'm glad there's a pane of glass between us right now.
Prawdopodobnie każdy by się cieszył, tak? Natomiast rodzice, no, rozpacz, tragedia po prostu.
A box that used to hold Danish butter cookies. Probably the one mentioned in the notebook I found in the trailer's oven.
Tak, ja mówiłam, że to jest prawdopodobnie właśnie jej notatnik. No, prawdopodobnie, na pewno.
Now I understand why this window hasn't been cleaned. It gives Rod and his family some privacy without raising suspicions about the boy's illness. Besides, that glass looks pretty thick. The boy's cries can't be heard from outside.
Dlatego też na początku oni tam rozmawiali, stali nad nim, jak on był chory i zastanawiali się, czy wezwać lekarza. No i dlatego pewnie nie mogli go wezwać, tak? Bo by się wydało, że mają syna chorego w domu. Jest tu coś jeszcze? No nie ma.
It's well, everything around.
Tak, wiemy.
Good God. I think I'm starting.
No właśnie, to nie są początki rozpuszczenia? Nie wiem.
Hello, mister.
I still am.
I should be going on my
Tu
way.
nie ma żadnej więcej opcji dialogowej. Tu też nie mogli nic zrobić. Nie kumam.
That's the background music for the establishment. The speaker is cranking out a dreary, droning country song, and it's getting on my nerves.
Tak, którą YouTube mi zaraz się do mnie czepnie o tę piosenkę. Próbowałam ją usunąć w ostatnich 2 odcinkach i usunę ją przy okazji to, co mówię, więc już więcej tego robić nie będę.
Someone went to all the trouble of taking the hood off an old Corvette and dragging it in here, just to turn it into a tacky bar table.
Oryginalnie, prawda?
What a pointless waste of time. The rag he's using to wipe it down is even dirtier than the surface of the bar itself.
Okej, mamy puszki po piwie.
Hello again. What can I get for you?
Jest jedna opcja. Chłopacy tam rzucali z tyłu. Właśnie, w co oni rzucali?
I could use some food.
Ale upewnię się, że...
We have some of these emergency food rations the authorities distributed among the inhabitants of the camp. You know, what do you have to offer?
Tak, pokradliście rację, no.
Let me. But the bottle's been opened. And
Nie,
there's a
muszę
lot
jeszcze
missing.
coś dorzucić.
Take it, but I need something more.
Ej, jest
I'm afraid I have
opcja.
nothing more that
Dobra.
can interest you.
Too bad, pal. Come back with something more, and
Most of these bottles have been opened, and they look like they've been reused hundreds of times. They're filled with a grayish liquid with a rather
Okej, idziemy do chłopaków.
Hi, kids. How's the target practice going?
Bad at the moment. We need a real target, or we'll never be able to hit those soldiers.
Potrzebujemy prawdziwego celu, no właśnie.
Quit. You know what? Leave. Yeah.
Kuźwa, ale jak tu trzeba uważać w tej grze? No tak trzeba sprawdzać wszystko.
Thank you. Now we'll really be able to become the best shots in the camp.
So now you're saying this rat isn't a rat?
No, I'm not. My name is Michael.
Hello, Michael.
So tell me, why do you want to throw rocks at those soldiers?
We have to get revenge. We're big boys now, and that's what we gotta do. Those pigs shot our dad. We heard him screaming. He's hurt real bad.
Mom said we'll never see him again.
Damn pigs! My brother and I are gonna get them. All of them.
But when they were Dad's friends, you used to say you wanted to be a soldier when you grew up.
Shut up. That was before. I wish I could reach those watchtowers with my rocks.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
That's not a bad idea. Something tells me that a little commotion along the barbed wire fence would be a good thing for everyone. It's pretty late for kids like you. What are you doing out in the street at this hour?
Hey, we're not kids. We have to practice our marksmanship. Our mom gets real mad when we do it inside the house. It's not like we have anywhere else to go in this dump.
Nowhere else to go? So you don't go to school? Don't you have any friends from school?
There is no school. Not since the explosion.
Our mom says we don't need it anyway. We're big boys now, and someday we'll be very important people in the camp. Just like our dad. That's why we don't hang out with the other kids around here. Our parents say they're rats. They'd be a bad influence on us.
Yes, we're going to be brave and strong, like our dad. Right, Michael?
Of course you will.
No to ładnie. W zasadzie właśnie jak jest wojna, no to nie wiem, no najbardziej szkoda jest dzieci. Po prostu dzieci są odzwierciedleniem rodziców, jakby nie patrzył. One nie rozumieją aż tak, nie? Dobra czy zła. Nie są świadome nawet tego, tak? Dlaczego stają się takie, a nie inne. Dlatego dzieci nawet za zło nie powinny brać takiej, moim zdaniem, odpowiedzialności, jaką biorą dorośli. No ale to chyba normalne. Chociaż w dzisiejszych czasach, jak czyta się niektóre komentarze, można stwierdzić, że jednak spora część populacji tego nie wie.
I need your help, boys.
How can we help you, Michael?
I have to get something from inside your house. It's something I need so that I can help your father. Understand? But your mother is very agitated, and I need you to give me a hand.
Właśnie, wyciągnijcie mamę z domu.
What do you want us to do, Michael?
I need you to get your mother out of the house for a few minutes. Just long enough for me to go in and get what I need. Do you think you can do that?
Of course, we're big boys.
I'll owe you. I promise to give you a reward.
Okay, let's do it.
A mission.
Misja. Potrzebowali misji. Co ja mam teraz zrobić?
I'm not
Kamienie.
gonna pick them up. I'm sure it took the kids a long time to collect all those rocks for their target practice.
No i co?
Besides, I bet my aim is worse than theirs.
A to zamieszanie przy murze? Szybko paczka fajek!
If I get close enough, he seems to be writhing in pain. Better not. I have no interest.
Okej. Dobra, przy okazji jeszcze się rozejrzymy, dopóki nikogo nie ma. Mamy papierosy, mamy whisky, wymienimy na jedzenie. Opuszki stoją. Wow.
Oh no.
Przywiniemy to troszeczkę.
Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved.
Także
I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
okej, dobra, tu nie możemy wejść. Tu już chyba nic więcej nie ma. Okej, wychodzimy. Idziemy po to jedzenie. Teraz powinien dać nam jakąś tam rację, nie?
Oh, my head! What the hell's going on? Oh, God! My head feels like it's gonna explode!
Michael, please, help us, help us. Please, remember, Beechwood Oracle.
Repent! It's the sun! Was it our fault? Did we do it? Yes! We did it!
Enough! Please! Enough!
Please, Michael, help us. Only you can do it. Remember, Beechwood Oracle.
Beechwood
What are
Oracle.
these images? And that woman's voice. It's the same one that woke me up in the trailer. I'm trying to remember. And stop tormenting me.
I hope Rod helps me find some answers. If not, I'll go mad. Absolutely mad.
Mamy jakiś wpis.
Oh, my head! What the hell's going on?
Wow, tu możemy sobie tą sekwencję powtórzyć. Teraz ja nie jestem pewna, czy dobrze zrobiłam, że mu powiedziałam, że ktoś zachorował, nie? To jest ciekawe.
Hello again. What can I get for you?
Czy to nie będzie miało teraz jakiegoś negatywnego wpływu na to? Bo bodajże... Tak jak chyba coś tam powiedziałam.
I could use some food.
You're in luck. We have some of these emergency food among the... You know, what do you have?
I have this pack of cigarettes.
Virginia tobacco. There's not much of this in the camp.
Myślałam, że sama paczka papierosów przyjdzie.
The pack's been open and several cigarettes are missing. I'd need something more.
Would a bottle of liquor do?
Fantastic. I think that's a fair price.
Chyba dla ciebie.
I'll take both of them. Here you go, pal. The food package is all yours. Enjoy it in good health.
Szkoda mi tego dziadka, co tam siedzi. Jak i tej dziewczyny w ogóle.
Hello again.
They shot him! Those.
Tak,
And what are
wiemy.
the three of us gonna do when. We'll lose
The three of you.
Those two brats wear me down with their antics.
They're just...
What do you. Those kids.
How is your husband?
He's badly. He's real. If we leave.
Serio? Ja muszę to wyciągnąć? O Jezu.
I should be good. Give me...
I don't. First bring.
Okay. Here. This is what I promised you.
That's all the food you brought? This will barely feed us for 2 days!
I'm sorry. It's very complicated getting more in the camp. I only wanted to show you that you can trust me. That I can help you.
That's what all you rats in this trash heap say? But in the end, only thing you're interested in is taking advantage of my husband and me.
I've held up my part of the bargain. Isn't that proof enough? Listen, let me have that pass to get out of the camp, and I promise I'll come back with the morphine you need to ease your husband's suffering.
Ah, okay.
Jest.
But you
Już
better
myślałam, że nie da.
Here,
What's this? A bracelet?
it's like an ID badge. Wear it and the soldiers will recognize you. It won't just get you out of the camp. It'll also help you avoid all kinds of problems with the army once you reach the city. I'm not sure I'm doing the right thing by giving it to you. Just don't betray me, you rat. Bring me that morphine from my husband, and I promise you, I'll give you lots of money in return. Much more money than you could earn in a lifetime in this shithole.
No, that's not necessary. We never said anything about money.
I have to know you're coming back. I don't trust any of you. And I know that
To miała niby kasę i nie mogła sobie kupić racji żywnościowych.
all you camp rats are alike.
Jeżeli jeszcze waluta w ogóle
Don't
obowiązuje.
make me regret this. And don't come back without my husband's morphine. There'll be a fat wad of cash waiting for you.
Okay.
Ta góra forsy. Nie, no bez sensu, nie?
It's an ID bracelet that identifies me as an army collaborator. In other words, a mole. Wearing one of these brings certain privileges. Among others, it's my key to getting in and out of the camp.
Ej, tu był jakiś wpis jeszcze, więc no to jest pierwsza strona, nic tu nie ma. A jest, Misza da mi pieniądze, gdy zdobędę morfinę, ulżyć jej mężowi w cierpieniu. No nie wiem. Kurde, trzeba się bardziej rozglądać, nie, bo... Co, już mogło sobie wyjść? Nie, no tam idziemy.
I don't mean to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
Hey, it seems like we have a nosy rat in the camp.
Aha,
won't bother you.
nie kłam, czyli co mam
Get lost.
znowu to wyciągnąć? Spoko, dobra.
Go through that gate, and I'll blow your head off with one shot, rat.
Do you need to get a closer look at what I have on my wrist?
Wait a minute. Look, he's got on one of those ID bracelets the camp moles wear. Those cockroaches are very useful to us in here. Lower your gun and let him leave.
You heard him. Get out of here, rat.
Na jakie mam wyjść? Ej, a tu co tu jest?
A few yards away, I can see a great mass of trash, mud, and plant matter that accumulated in there in the years since this water outlet was last cleaned. Ugh. Even from here, I can smell the stench coming from inside.
Na pewno tam wszystko butwieje i... O Jezu, escape. No dobra, no i co ja mam zrobić?
Impossible. It's beyond my reach. The bars are keeping me from getting there. Impossible.
Ej, tu coś jeszcze z tym będzie, skoro tutaj niby można. To nie jest przecież tak tak sobie, nie? Żeby sobie popatrzeć. Jak stąd wyjść teraz? To mnie interesuje. Okej. To jest tak, mogę iść na lewo? Dobrze mi się wydaje? Mogę iść do miasta? A, drzewo, okej.
It's the charred remains of a tree trunk, fighting to keep from being devoured by the enormous hole in the ground. For the moment, it's holding its own. It seems firmly rooted in the soil. I suppose the rain has been flooding the pit little by little. This water is so dark you can't even see the bottom. I can't reach it from here. Maybe I should find a way to get to the bottom of this enormous hole first.
Okej, czyli tak, tam możemy jakieś śmieci wybrać. Może coś wartościowego będzie, tak jak w tej torbie u tego gościa. A tutaj ociosane kamienie. Tu nie ma, w tej grze nie ma nieprzydatnych rzeczy, takie jak widzieliśmy.
So, I enter the city. It welcomes me with its most merciless and bitter grimace. What I see before my eyes is not what I expected. Doomsday made it here, too, even if no one in the refugee camp knows it yet. Damn it. The city looks as bruised and battered by the catastrophe as the rest of us.
Akt drugi, miasto zagłady.
It's the silhouette of the soldiers guarding the street from around the corner. It seems like those uniformed psychopaths' rifles are projected onto each and every corner of the city.
Ciekawe, czy to miasto, no nie wiem, może większa dzicz po prostu od obozu, to jest ciekawe.
What the hell is that old man trying to do with that enormous pair of bolt cutters? He can hardly get his hands around them. 3 people warming themselves by the fire. They stare into the flames, as if their thoughts were also burning in that rusty old drum. Judging from what remains of the stained glass windows and the murals, this pile of rubble must have been a place of worship before the Great Wave struck. Now it's one of the most badly damaged buildings in the area. There are hardly any walls still standing. The traffic in this part of the city must have been especially heavy, but now you can barely hear the sound of the few army vehicles still circulating in the surrounding areas. A few buildings are still standing, but most of them are propped up with a handful of city dwellers in the street that look like automatons or sleepwalkers, but there's no doubt about it. I'm on the 5th Avenue of Doomsday City.
5. aleja. Okej.
Help me, please! Help me! Don't let them find me in the street after curfew. They'll take me to the refugee camp. Help me, please! But don't make any noise. There's a patrol just round the corner.
But what is it you need me to do?
It's almost curfew. I need a place to hide, or they'll send me to the refugee camp. Don't you understand?
No stary, to ty też potrzebujesz, więc no w twoim interesie chyba też by było przeciąć ten łańcuch. Swoją drogą staruszek mógłby ci oddać potem. Może by się do czegoś przydało. O co chodzi z godziną policyjną? No my wiemy, no
What is
dobra.
all this about
Pytam.
curfew?
At curfew, the soldiers and the way they see it, if you're out on the street after curfew, it means that makes you a rat. And so they take you to the... I can't go to the camp.
You need a roof over your head.
I used to, but it doesn't exist. I owned an apartment. The block was badly damaged by the Great Wave, but it was still standing.
And what happened to your home?
Zajomali mu
We
pewnie.
had to evacuate the area in a hurry. We ran out in the streets with whatever we had on. Apparently, the foundation was starting to crumble. And a few hours later, all that was left of my home was a pile of smoking rubble, with 40 years of memories buried beneath it. But I can't let them take me to the camp. Please.
Okej, no ja mu to otworzę. Zobaczymy jak to się skończy. Nie mogę chyba teraz zapisać, czy mogę? Nie mogę.
Okay, give me those bolt cutters. I'll see what I can do.
This house was empty, but the army has sealed it off. If I can just get this padlock off, I need to get in here. But if the soldiers find us, they won't hesitate to kill us.
I co? I nic?
Impossible. I'm sorry. I can't do anything with this.
I need to get in there. I need to get in.
I'm looking for a place. Something like a pharmaceutical warehouse. Would you know anything about that?
I don't really know. There's a small medical center just out. They built it in a hurry, just knocked it together after the Great Wave. No one really knows what it's for, but there are vehicles going in and out of the place all the time. Whatever they're doing in there, they're keeping it very secret. Not even my daughter would tell me what goes on inside.
Did you say your daughter?
Yes, my daughter, my little Uma. She works there as a nurse. I'm afraid she left me. I suppose she got tired of living with a frail, sick old man like me. Because one day she simply left the house, and I haven't seen her since. It's been months now. I think she was right to leave me. These times are hard enough. You don't want to burn yourself with someone like me.
Albo też jej się coś stało, no.
I can't help you.
Help me, please.
Ja pierniczę.
Hello, friend. You look lost. Come over by the fire.
It's dying down, but maybe it'll last until curfew.
As long as those uniformed psychopaths don't decide to end our little get-together first, of course.
Hey, look! One of those magic bracelets from the camp. They say that place is a real hellhole. A kind of living death. So, you've come back from the dead. Do they call you Lazarus?
Well, you could put it that way. You were saying something about a curfew. What time does it start exactly?
Well, it depends on the mood of the soldiers in this zone. But you know it's time to go home when they start taking their guns out of their holsters.
Today they're extremely jumpy. I don't think it'll be long before they start insulting people and hitting them with their rifle butts.
You guys are awfully hard on them. It's just their crude way of showing us affection.
Oh, shut up! In any case, you don't have to worry. That bracelet means you don't have to hide from them. You know that's one of the privileges that comes with it.
And you? Do you people have to hide?
We try to stay out of their way. The first rule is be home before curfew. Anyone who isn't gets dragged off to refugee camp. That's one of the strictest laws the Great Wave imposed upon this city.
And do you know how things are elsewhere?
I'm afraid not. With no communications or transportation, and with the army on every corner, we are totally cut off.
Who cares anyway? When you don't know from one day to the next if you're gonna be alive, there's no time to worry about what happens 100, 1,000, or 100,000 miles away.
I understand.
No właśnie, gówno prawda, okej.
Why are you afraid of the soldiers?
I don't know where you heard that, friend, but whoever told you that was lying. Here, things are very ugly and getting uglier every day. Everything's in short supply: water, food, medicine.
We have a surplus of just two things: misery, and violence. Life is cheap here, and getting cheaper all the time, especially since the army took over.
The army. I see. And what happened to the other authorities? The politicians? The laws?
Those are distant memories from the old world, my dear. Get them out of your head, because all that collapsed like a house of cards. Since the Great Wave,
House of cards.
no one's got any plan, strategy. We're all adrift.
He's right. The most reliable thing we have left is what you see around the corner. Armed teenagers in uniform on the streets, on the rooftops, just as scared as we are, or more, and shooting anything that moves.
I think our common destiny is to finally die of starvation, of disease, or boredom. I don't know which of the three options I find the most cruel. Who knows? Maybe the most sensible thing is to organize a group excursion and break into Suicide Park.
Suicide Park? Don't call it that. It's not funny. That name's as stupid as that hospital they built in such a hurry next to it. It's crazy. The entire city is starving and sick, and the soldiers keep those medical facilities locked up like Fort Knox.
A my mamy się tam dostać. Aha. Tak, osławiony Suicide Park, czyli co? Nic dobrego.
But what good is it having medical facilities if no one can use them? I don't understand.
No one does, friend, but that's the way it is. I don't know why anyone would want to go into that building, but I can assure you that they're not going to get treated for anything in there, not even for a miserable cold.
Besides, it's a real fortress. The person would be more likely to come out sick from an overdose of gunpowder and lead. You know how it is, dear. There's no cure for love or death. Hey, I like that last phrase. It would make a good opening line for a story.
Podoba mi się ten koleś.
Oh, will you shut up for once, Ramon? Don't pay any attention to him. In the old world, he earned his living writing stories, and he still thinks that all that waste paper might someday be useful after the Great Wave.
And in fact, it is. A good deal of that scrap paper is fueling this bonfire right now, dear. So I can consider my literary career to have been worthwhile.
Sarkazm i ironia zawsze w cenie.
Did you say Suicide Park? Someone in the camp told me about that place.
And the first dark stars come out to hang from the sky. We could sit and count them together, you and I.
When the sun departs from Suicide Park. Yes, I recognize the song. But what the hell is it? Is there really a place with that name?
Yes, it exists. After the Great Wave, and when things were starting to get really ugly here, the weakest among us eased their suffering with a bullet, by overdosing, or by jumping from high places. You know how it is. All those dark stars had a hard time finding a reason to go on living.
There was a terrible wave of suicides, and there still is.
The problem is at some point a problem arose. How should I put it? A serious logistical problem. Access to drugs and firearms became practically impossible. So the easiest thing was to grab a rope or a belt and go to Suicide Park after dark.
There was a time when it was hard to find a free branch anywhere in the park.
The suicides in the area multiplied at such a rate that the army closed down the park. They said for public health reasons.
For months, the only thing blooming in that park were the corpses of the hanged. The place became more like a theme park. Lots of fun for everyone.
I told you not to make jokes about that. Don't you have any respect for anything?
Of course not. That was one of the many things I lost in the Great Wave. And one of the things I missed the least, believe me.
Thanks for the chat.
Thanks for the company, friend.
No, sporo ciekawych rzeczy się dowiedzieliśmy, no i kilka rzeczy się potwierdziło. Kurczę, można iść do tego kościoła, ale to już w następnym odcinku. Szkoda mi tego dziadka, kolejny dziadek, który no po prostu, ja nie wiem, babci jakoś żadnej nie widać. Wyparowały chyba. Kurczę, czemu tego nie można przeciąć? Może by coś znalazł? Dobra, ale to już później.